Gary's Gadgets! Well, today I'm doing the Chumby 1. So here, Chumby 1 is actually the second one. So it's kind of, I think they got their naming convention from Microsoft. So, what is the Chumby? This is the Chumby. Chumby is a little computer. It's booting up right now. See the little, I think that's supposed to be an octopus or something. Although it's only got 6 legs. So who knows? Yeah. There's the little like snooze button there and a little rotating dial here. On the back, we've got a power supply, or not power supply, the power supplies here. Power buttons here. There's a USB connector and a headphone. So this has a mono speaker, but it has the stereo output. So on the bottom, still booting. On the bottom, there's the antenna for the FM radio and a place for a lithium-ion battery. So it could be portable. So this is what it looks like when it boots up. Let me put this on something so it'll be a little more stationary. There we go. So Chumby, the idea behind Chumby is an open platform, hardware, software. It had apps for it. They call them widgets, and the widgets were written in Flash. So anyway, it was created, not created, but one of the people who really worked on the hardware and stuff was a guy named Andrew Bunny Hong. He came to fame when he was the first one to really reverse engineer the Xbox, the original Xbox, and show people how to hack it. But this book, I got this book a few weeks ago. It was on sale for like $4, so a hardcover. But what's neat about it is it's got a whole chapter on the story of Chumby. So I found out little bits of information about it. It came out in was it 2007, I think, and or not the book, but the Chumby. It was originally a Chumby Classic that had the Classic had like little buttons on it and covered with leather, and it was kind of weird looking. But anyway, so yeah, of course, one comes was about 2000. I bought mine. This Chumby 1 came out in 2009, and I bought mine for about half price in 2011. It was a sale on Chumby.com. So hey, I'll get one. Check it out. That was a while ago, and they had a service where you'd go out and you could see if we can push the button, bring up the, here's the main menu. It's not really focused, is it? Not that it matters because you really can't read much. So you can see the dial on the side does the volume, so that can be assigned to whatever you want. There's night modes. Music, you can do streaming music. In this case, I think I had Pandora set up. It's Wi-Fi, so that's kind of neat. So, click done. And to settings. This is one of the drawbacks. It's not that. Try music again. It was not the easiest thing to use because it's touchscreen, sorta. Anyway, it would play Pandora and several other radio, internet stuff. You can set a timer up. And there's the clock. Now what I did is you could download widgets, and of course being the nerd geek that I am, I got one. If I press this, it should bring the one that looks like the LCARS. Star Trek one. How's that for a nerd? The whole idea behind the Chumby, like I said, it was open hardware. They published all the information about the hardware, how to build them. I was going to take this apart and show the insides of it, because apparently the motherboard has an SD card put in it, and that's for the storage and stuff. So if you want it to, you can actually unplug or pull out the SD card, plug it in the computer, do what you need to do on that, plug it back in. So that was neat. One thing I did find from the book that I've been reading is if you take a keyboard and you just plug it into the back, the USB, that, of course now I can't really, there we go, it will automatically start up a, you can really see that, high-tech zooming. My camera doesn't zoom. Low tech. Anyway, that way. There's a little, basically, shell. You're in the command line. So you could do stuff like enter and see what this stuff. Of course, this is a 320 by 240. So even if you could read that, which you can't because it's focused, it is very, very tiny. Which brings us back to, okay, that's nice. Let's unplug that. Swap this back. Push that button right at the top. It should be settings. And if we go under Chumby info, maybe. Come on. Again. There we go. Use the fingernail. You get some information. Here we can see that, at least on my network, the it's 2.26. So now that I have that information, and show what we're going to try an SSH in. Connection refused. Well, let's see what we got here. Okay, done. There should be, maybe it isn't Chumby info, but there we go. Up in this corner, I barely even see it. There's a little pi symbol. So if we press that, now we can do SSHD. That should activate SSHD. Possible. There we go. Now, yes. Oh, look at that. There's the Chumby guy. And now we have, now we're into this. So now if I do a DS page, bam, we can see the size of stuff. LS, we can see the Linux stuff. So this is running a variation of Linux. Boom. So it's Linux. Computer's name is Chumbawamba. That's what I named it. And it's running new Linux. So, woohoo! There's all the stuff running on it. It's really does have a built-in web server, so if you wanted to run this as a web server, you could do that. Most of the stuff you can do with Linux, you're pretty much able to do on this. Not sure about the availability of different applications you may want. It does have BI or buy. The only thing I remember about this is you do that, then you can get out of it. I prefer Nano, but anyway, just because I don't edit that many files in the command line. So let's switch back over to. So if you have a Chumby, they stopped actually making the servers went down basically, and it was no longer available. So then later on, they resurrected them. I think it was in 2014. They resurrected them, but now you had to pay a subscription. So it was, I think, $3 a month, and then you'd have access to this stuff. Of course, during all this time, again, smartphones took over and apps. So if you want to develop an app for a Chumby, you have to write it in Flash. So, and everybody knows how secure that is. Let's see. Oh yeah, there is a Chumby wiki, and here we can see the different versions of the Chumbies. The prototype. You see, it's got this leather stuff on the side. So this is the Chumby 1, and then Chumby 8, which I guess is because it's kind of 8-inch wide, 8.7. But anyway, the interesting part is the hacking the Chumby. So there's Chumby tricks. So you can do. I just did the gel. The kicker is with this whole thing is that if you have one, hey, play around with it. If you don't, there's way better options nowadays. Just one off top, you use the Raspberry Pi. It's going to be cheaper because if you go up to the Chumby store and you say, oh, maybe I want a Chumby. Maybe. So you go in and device this. And I say, look, and these are pretty much new and used. So these are all used. So I originally paid $59.99 for my new Chumby, which was half price. So yeah, I'm guessing they don't sell a lot of these, but maybe there's people out there that use them for different things. But like I said, a Raspberry Pi, a lot more stuff available for that. So it was a fun little device. I had different, things on it to get the news. I think CNN, different websites would create their own widgets and put them on the Chumby's servers, and you could play around with them. But yeah. So that's pretty much it. Like I said, I can. This is a little cool thing, but there's a video you can watch.
Hello, on behalf of everyone here at Chumby, welcome you to our interactive dining.
Yeah.
Chumby is always on and always connected to the internet. You could connect.
So that's the Chumby. Like I said, I was gonna pop it open and show the guts of it, but I don't have a screwdriver that's long enough to reach through those screws. I'm gonna go and buy a screwdriver just for you. So that's the Chumby, and yes, we'll call that done. Gary's Gadgets.